Hey, thanks for checking out Vinyl and Hops. This is episode just six. Gonna bring you some more vinyl talk and some more beer talk, and let's just dive right in and start off with the beer discussion. Still on the Sierra Nevada kick because this episode was recorded on the same day as the last one. What are we drinking?
We have the Sierra Nevada German-style IPA Hopfen Ale.
Hopfen.
Not
Nice.
sure what that means, because I don't know any German.
It sounds German.
It does sound very German.
Which, I like it.
Apparently this beer is apparently the style is an English India Pale Ale brewed with German hops and German yeast. So it's got the light maltiness with the crisp bitterness you would expect from German hops and German yeast, but in a hoppy pale ale that you would expect from Sierra Nevada. So it's kind of it's a very American beer in that sense.
Yeah,
It's all the different cultures in one.
it's pretty tasty too. Question though. I mean, we're talking about beer. I am no beer snob, I just like the taste of beer. Let's go to one of the notes here from Beer Advocate, which says it has an intensely fruity aroma reminiscent of raspberry and lemon peel. I've never been able to tell that from any beer, so I'm going to give it a whirl. Raspberry and lemon. Smells like a fucking beer.
Lemon, I get it.
How do you do this? Do I smell it or do I just dive right in? I don't know. I'm not a beer som. Is that a
Cicerone.
cicerone?
The lemon I get. I might be able to get the raspberry with the right glassware out of the bottle.
Ah,
It's
yeah,
difficult,
that's true. Glassware is important, folks.
Especially when you're talking about aroma-centric beers such as IPAs. The glassware really does bring out a different element.
It's got a great throat splash. That's all I know.
Listen to the LTV podcast for more on Throat Splash.
That's right. We'll get your throat wet. All right, let's dive into some vinyl talk. If you watched the last episode, I talked about, we actually both talked about 7 inches records.
Mm-hmm.
And
you might know the other folks.
That's right. How dare you? Go to lotdpodcast.com for that kind of crap. But we're classy here. And we only bring you highbrow the highbrow entertainment that you've come to grow and love from Raymond and myself. So, be that as it may, this is part 2 for me of 7 inches. I've got so many that I can do 2 episodes. And Raymond here is going to talk about some
Acoustic stuff.
acoustic stuff. He likes the acoustic every once in a while.
Sometimes you just gotta relax.
You gotta
enjoy yourself.
unwind.
Yeah.
First things first, I'm going to start off with one that I did not get a few years back when I went to Record Store Day because they did not carry it. So I ordered it that day online for a pretty cheap price. I used to be a huge Rah Rah Riot fan. I'm still a fan of their older stuff, but their new stuff is not for me. That's the nicest way I can put it. But I had to buy this. It has a Rah Rah Riot with Delicate Steve doing Valerie, the Steve Winwood song, which is so good. Their version's good. They won me over with their ability to do covers when they did Suspended in Gaffa from Kate Bush. Phenomenal. Go back and check that out on the Rome line if you haven't heard it. Very good song. They just hit it out of the park again with a cover of Valerie. And then side B is Delicate Steve with Rah Rah Riot doing The Big Ship, which I'll be honest, haven't listened to. Does come on this nice little white vinyl.
It's very clean.
It is very clean. Probably because I've never played it. And it's just a clean look.
Very clean look. It's got a very modern, minimalistic look to it.
It came with a high quality MP3 download, so I went with that over playing it on my shitty record player that I own right now. So someday it will get the proper playing, and then maybe once I listen to Delicate Steve and Raw Riot doing the big ship, I'll bring it back up to talk about it. But until then, check out Raw Riot covering Valerie. Check out Steve Winwood. If you haven't heard that song, it's amazing. I really wasn't too familiar with it. I was familiar with some of his other bigger hits. Valerie's pretty big too. I just never heard it, or I don't know. But it's very good, and check it out. Let's dive into some acoustic.
Yeah, so when I was in college, I went through the Tallest Man on Earth phase. It was acoustic, relaxed music that, trying to study and focus on things, it kind of helps out a lot. The local record store in Norman it had a very good selection. It didn't have a whole lot from the Tallest Man on Earth, but it did have one of his EPs. Sometimes the Blues is Just a Passing Bird. It's only like a 17-minute total playtime. It's like 5 songs, 2 on A, 3 on B. But it's, every single song on here is great. If you like the Tallest Man on Earth and that type of kind of just acoustic, relaxed music, I highly recommend this EP though. You can probably find it somewhere fairly cheap. At this point, it was very cheap when I got it, but it's one of the few EPs he's put out. But it's it came out in between a couple of his more popular records. Just kind of some of the songs didn't quite make those, but it's definitely worth it if you can find it.
I'm going to start a Tallest Man on Earth cover band called The Shortest Man on Earth. The Shortest Man on Mars.
There you go.
And we're going to do the Tallest Man. Is he really tall?
I don't think so.
Damn it.
I think he just went with that.
Fair enough.
Because it's catchy and it makes you think of what you could do as a cover band.
That's right. 7-inch number 2. All right. This is Stormtroopers of Death, otherwise known as SOD, and Deftones doing Milk. Picked this up last record store day, I believe, released on Megaforce Records, made in the Czech Republic, in case you were wondering. 2015, Charlie Benante, the drummer for Anthrax, did the cover art. Can't show you the inside because apparently I have a lot of... Oh no, I can show you. I can.
He has so many records, he doesn't even know which ones he had opened.
I know. It's just crazy when you're getting them all the time like I am. I mean, let's see. Oh, this is also very milky white. Milk. Perfect. Makes sense.
Yep.
So, nothing crazy here. I just like SOD because I like Anthrax. Never been a huge Deftones fan, but respect them as a band. And happened to pick this up to add to my collection because why the hell not? So,
It's always a good reason.
Milk. It does the body good. It'll do your ear holes good.
So my next one, on a past episode I mentioned how my uncle contributed a lot to my vinyl collection because he gave me, a handful of vinyls when I started buying them. This is one of the ones he gave me. It is PRINE, the best of John PRINE. John Prine's kind of one of those singer-songwriters, kind of country, not quite fully there. He's more along the lines of like Robert O'Kane, that type of stuff. He kind of sings about whatever he wants to. He never got big into like the national scene, that type of stuff. But this is some of his bigger hits. I think this came out in like the late 70s, early 80s was this collection, so it was like his early hits. He's still alive, still making music to this day. But up until that point in time, some of the greats on this one: Illegal Smile, Dear Abby, Come Back to Us, Barbara Lewis, Hare Krishna, Beauregard, which is just very difficult to say, but it's a great song. But yeah, if you've never listened to John Prine, this is a great place to start because it's got all of his essential early songs on it that will kind of get you to enjoy what he's putting out there.
What is that cover?
It looks to be a collection of whatever the little slides were the pictures used to come on.
Yeah.
Like it used to be. It looks like it's a bunch of those from.
Those were cool.
Yeah, you could see somebody sitting there clicking the button, flipping through them with all of these pictures on it.
Right. I like it.
Just standard black vinyl, so leaving it in there.
Last but not least, I had to specially order this issue of Decibel magazine because I had a digital version, a digital subscription, but you can't get their vinyl releases on the digital subscription. So, you know how I love Carcass. This is Carcass Zakrot, which was later released on an EP of sorts. And some other versions, extended versions of the album, but prior to that I had not heard it, so had to pick this up because if there's a new Carcass songs, I have to hear it like immediately. So one of my top 5 bands of all time, seen them twice, luckily, didn't think that would ever happen, and yeah, not much to say. Decibel Flexi series, they offer new one every issue, I believe. A lot of good stuff that they have on there, so check it out. You can get some of the back issues, I think, that still have some of these, so recommend it if you like reading about metal. They're pretty much the only ones out there, I mean, in the US, delivering good quality editorials and interviews and stories and reviews on the metal genre. So
Do you go to the website to get the legitimate back orders that still have them?
I believe so, yeah. You can get them on the website.
Probably safer than secondhand sites.
Yes, probably so. I don't know how much you'd spend. I don't know. Would be interesting to find out. So that's it for us. We will see you next time. Anything you want to see us talk about or watch us drink, please let us know in the comment section below. We'll gladly do it or entertain the offer. I'm not gonna. It has to be alcohol.
Yes.
It has to be alcohol. I'm not gonna drink pickle juice.
We do have our limits with alcohol also, because if you tell us Everclear and pickle juice, that's going a little too far.
I'm probably not gonna do it. But if you're like, hey, why don't you guys get this beer? We'll definitely try. If you want to send it to us, we'll probably drink it. If it's beer. If you like what you hear and you want to hear more, check out LOTD Podcast, available on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, lotdpodcast.com. I'm sure there's more places. If search for a podcast, we'll probably show up live on tape delay. Episode 100 is airing very soon, and it's going to be a good one, so check it out. See you next time. Bye-bye.